The first step is to lay your fabric right side down. So you're going to make your markings on the wrong side of the fabric. Take your plastic template, push it all the way over to one side, and you can kind of get a gauge for how many flips over the template will fit on your fabric, to make sure that it's the right way rather than this way where I can only get 1, 2, 3, 4 strips this way. So make sure that before you start marking, you kind of just plan it out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lengthwise so you can get 5 strips. And then once you lay your template down, you can take your marking tool. This is just a piece of chalk. Line up the edge so it's not kind of overhanging, but try to get the template straight on your fabric. And then you might need to hold or push down on your template and then drag the chalk down along the side. And then don't leave any space in between. Flip your template over and then make your markings all the way across. The next step then is to cut each of these strips as evenly as possible. So right on the lines that you drew, you're just gonna open up the shears all the way and close them to cut. Try to make as neat and even cuts as possible. And you will cut all the strips. Okay, once you have all of your strips cut out, I'm just gonna show you 2. You're gonna place right sides together. So I'm gonna lay one strip down and the other strip on top of it, directly on top of it, and then I'm going to pin these together. You should have pins in your bin. You are going to pin perpendicular to the fabric. So I'm gonna poke down through both layers. So the pin is about halfway through the fabric. Turn the pin sideways and poke through. There's one pin. You can space these don't need to be close together. You can space them a couple inches apart, poke down through both layers, turn it and poke through. There's a second pin. So you're just gonna continue to pin all the way down along one side only of 2 strips. And then you're going to repeat that on 2 more strips that you have. So you'll pin 2 strips together, and then from the big square that you cut apart, you'll pin 2 more together. So yes, essentially we are cutting apart one side of your pillow just to sew it back together. But that's to teach you the principles of right sides together, pinning and cutting, pinning, and sewing straight for at least one side of your pillow. And if you wanted to alternate different fabric. So this is what it's gonna look like when it's pinned.